You know who this bros with mics.
Guten Morgen, meine Freundin. You heard it right there. It's Bros with Mics. You know, it is time. Wie geht es der? How are y'all doing the day after the morning after? Boy, I need to go take my plan B after that one, man. We just got bumped by Missouri. And it happens, man. It happens. You can't expect to win them all, especially on the road. Our road winning just hasn't been great here lately, man. It happens. We saw what just happened there. We finished off 7-36 against Missouri at home. These guys played a great game. Tennessee didn't play horrible. We just couldn't get it done. I mean, at the end of the day, we were in position to get scores. We had fumbles when we shouldn't have fumbles. We had turnovers when we didn't need it. We had some calls that didn't go our way. Some of these ones were, I get into it, we were at the 40-yard line. That ended up getting a not unnecessary roughness or something stupid on the sideline when the quarterback started chirping with our D lineman, and words got said, flags got thrown, Tennessee gets penalized, puts Missouri back into scoring position, and that's all she wrote from there at that point in time. We did have one good play, though. Thornton, who got hurt at the beginning of the game, made a fantastic catch. Joe Milton threw the ball from the 50-yard line, slung it back to Knoxville, straight east on a beautiful catch and secured by Thornton. Let's see if we can get it up here for you guys right now. But I will say I'm not too upset. We kind of expected the game I really wanted to win is coming up this coming weekend against UGA. That's the one I really, really care about. That's the one that we can test our mettle for sure. We're at home. We had a great winning streak at home. We'll see if we can continue that. Now let's see if we get this up for you guys real quick. Let's get a play here. Oh, that's might not let us get the full screen, but it's all right. You get to see a little bit of it. But here, Thornton secures the catch in the back of the end zone right there. That was an absolute beauty of a toss by Joe Milton and a wonderful secure. But it does bring up another point that I want to mention is these turfs, man. You see these players are calling to stop playing on turf, want to go back to grass just because all of the injuries, the ankle or extremity injuries that are coming out of it at the end of the day. It's a bit egregious at some point in time. You got to just say, let's just stop it, guys. Call a spade and say this it's not helping our players at the end of the day. But as you saw, that was a beautiful, beautiful catch. First one for Thornton on Rocky Top, and I'm hoping more to come as long as injuries not too egregious at the end of the day. But it was a little rough. But no, as we push back through, I hear a lot of calls to Joe Milton's head right now. His and the coaches himself. Everybody's like, hyper. Yes, this offense is a bit reminiscent of Chaney, the way he called it with JG during his time, with Butch. Same thing we had with Pruitt. Chaney's calls were very, very minimal. He tried to keep it small. Let's run up the middle, so a couple screen passes, and that's what this game kind of looked like. We had a few runs up the middle. They were expecting it. You shut down Tennessee's run, you shut down Tennessee, and that was their goal, to not let us run. We put up a total of, 83 yards rushing this game, while Schrader was out here absolutely torching us, bro. This guy looked like Herschel Walker, Adrian Peterson, Reggie Bush, all wrapped up into one. This dude was running like a bat out of hell yesterday, and I give it to him. He finished off 35 carries for 205 yards carrying. But wait, there's more. This man still had 5 receptions for 116. Dude he's a madman. Though he only had 1 touchdown against us, and I guess that says a lot. We were able to stop him from getting to the end zone, but it wasn't him. They had a whole other slew of folks that were kind of doing it to us right there. Joe Milton finished off 22 for 34 on passing. Sorry, let me make sure nobody's interrupting. Joe Milton finished off 22 for 34, which is great. It's not too bad. And I don't put this game on Joe. Our defense couldn't stop anything. Joe didn't play a single down of defense. And I know you guys, it's Nico time. I don't think it would have been any different because the play calls would have been what they were going to be. Nico can't get out there and play defense. Nico is not going to get under get into the backfield, the running back position and take off. No, Joe Milton can't do it either. Our running backs just couldn't get it done. at the end of the day. And we went through the game with the ball. We put right in there, 22 yards. Samson, 20 yards. Small, 5 yards. They couldn't get it done yesterday at the end of the day, and that's what stopped us from being able to secure this W. Just as like Keaton, we had some wide open passes, hit him right in the chest, dropped. Could have gotten yards there. Squirrel right, come across the middle, boom, drop there. And I'll tell you what really I think kind of hit us is had Jalen Wright fumble right there going into the half. We were in position to score, drove all down the field. The score I think that time was 7-10 right then. We got in scoring position. Jalen Wright gets hit by 2 players and drops the ball right there around the 10-yard line or so, the 12-yard line, which caps our scoring drive and turns into points for them. You can't have that. Not when you're playing at home, not when you're playing that way, not when you're playing anywhere. You just can't have those kind of mistakes being made, along with a lot of holds that were coming out of those players right there. Holds, offsides, false starts, stuff like that. It just eats your life. And I said that, and the thing I said that will be the difference maker for Tennessee. To go down there, if we're going to, which I thought was going to be close, but if we go down there, we do a bunch of penalties, a bunch of unnecessary stuff, procedural penalties that stops our momentum short. And these guys just couldn't stop it, man. I don't get it at this point in time. You figure you put hot coals up them at this point, Josh, but yet you still let them do the same thing over and over and again. At some point in time, you got to sit you guys down like, dude, do you want to be here? Do you want to be here? Because it doesn't look like you want to. Time of possession, I think, was huge in this one, if you really look at it. These guys had the ball for almost 40 minutes of the game. Dog. 3/4 of the game, you hold the ball, and you only put up 36 points. That's to be said. Man, I'm not going to complain too much. I'm not going to talk too much about that because you got the win. But you held the ball for 40 minutes and only put up 36. It is what it is. You still got the win. But they controlled the clock on this, and they really did. We had 95 yards and penalties. They were able to control it with this run. They were just relentless with it. They give it back to him. This guy gets 5 to 7 each time he almost touches the ball. I want to see what the average was with that. But we were able to, like I said, hold Schrader to 1 touchdown for this game. But at some point in time, guys, we got to switch up something. Our run defense is what was supposed to be our bedrock, and then our running offense. And we couldn't do either of those. So we started trying to throw the rock, and the guys were dropping it. But it is what it is. Some of the things you can't control in life, God, taxes, and Tennessee losing games when they're not supposed to. It is what it is. But either way, it wouldn't matter. I know we kind of want to push. We're hoping we get this W here. Then Georgia will get an L. And Georgia did not get an L. Georgia absolutely steamrolled Ole Miss. And it's funny, all my Georgia friends, Georgia fan friends, real quiet. They wouldn't hit me up before that. We made bets at the beginning of the year, $20 here, $10 here, whatever. Everybody was kind of quiet coming into this. And all of a sudden, they get a good game, and now my phone starts to, hey, our bet's still on. You were still talking, man. If you don't get off my phone with that mess, man, yes, the bet's still on. I'm a man of my word, but get off my goddamn phone. It's the Lord's Day. I don't want to hear no text from you or talk about a bet. Because guess what? Y'all are coming to Neyland next week, and there's a difference. There is a difference. On the road and at home, these guys just play different at home. Now, will we have a healthy Tennessee? I don't know. That is going to be a big difference maker in this game. Are we going to be healthy? Because we know who came back, and we saw him. Brock Bowers is back. Lad McConkey is playing like his hair's on fire. So we'll see. But we'll get with that when we do our prediction. I don't want to get too far into it. But just to get back on this one, like, hey, guys, okay, losses happen. I was not expecting a 10-win season. I was hopeful for a 10-win season for Tennessee. Hopeful for it. I was not expecting it, right? You lose the talent we lost last year, and we have to shift our focus, and we have this quarterback who started off playing slow and, quite frankly, isn't doing bad. Still put up 276 yards. Now, some of the decision-making, like, he threw the interception at the very end of the game. Guess what? There's like 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Who cares? The game is over at that point in time. We weren't coming back, guys. Okay, he threw the interception. So what? He didn't cause that fumble when we could got points out there. He didn't cause them to drop the passes that were perfectly placed to him. So, yeah, I know we want to call for Joe Milton said. We want to call for somebody. At the end of the day, people want to get frustrated, so they got to find somebody to get frustrated at. And You guys allowed them to do it with your play right there. But it happens. 7-36. Tennessee loses to Missouri. Missouri, great. You have the now potential to get that New Year's Six bowl. Tennessee, we're looking like we might see a Outback Bowl. We might make it to Tampa this year. It is what it is. We beat Georgia. They're going to beat Vandy. We can still cap us off with a 9-win season, which in my book is still good. It's better than I thought. I was hoping for 8, but 9 is fantastic at the end of the day. Get healthy, guys. Start thinking of some plans, some strategies. We got to change something. I will say the one thing we don't need to change is our freaking punter. This dude is a dog. When I tell you, this guy is absolutely ridiculous, man. I don't know where this guy came from. I think Australia somewhere. Jackson Ross. This dude is a dog. He really is, man. He puts it on the 1-yard line, 3-yard line consistently behind the 5. This guy can get it down there, and he makes a difference for us. I think, and while we're still on the topic of special teams here, D. Williams, man, I know you really, really wanted to make some plays, and you were in position, but sometimes you got to know when to hold it, when to fold it, man. I know you kept getting fair catches. You brought one out, got dropped at the 10-yard line, and then the next one, you caught at the 10-yard line and did a fair catch. I don't get it. Like, you got, I don't get it. I really, really don't, man. It doesn't make any sense to me. What was on your mind at that point? But Campbell, we tried to get a point from him in garbage time right there. Put the 3 up. Just like last year, we tried to get the touchdown at the last minute for him. It is what it is. Missouri got the W on this one. But we'll push on. At the end of the day, they're not going to the East. We're not going to the East. Georgia's going to the East. Our goal now is to try to go ahead and get a L on their resume. But that's real Tennessee fashion, right? For my fans out there, that's real Tennessee fashion to go lose to Missouri, then turn around and beat Georgia at home. Like, what? No, dog, that's not what we needed. But I'll take it. I'm not too upset. You got to win in one of your big 3, Josh. This is your time to get one of your big 3. Florida, loss. Bama, loss. You got Georgia. You can't take that loss at home. You got to get one of your big 3, or people are going to start asking some questions. Start questioning your commitment, right? Was it just a system because you got great players, or what, it is what it is? What is it? We got to figure it out. So Georgia up next at Neyland after a tough loss. But we'll push on, pusher. That's what we do at the end of the day. As it was before, go Vols today, go Vols tomorrow, go Vols forever. It is what it is. So thank you guys for tuning in this one. Tuning into this one. Jesus, that is a tongue tie. Tuning into this one. I'm trying to rap. Thank you guys. Go big go. Holla.